Namaste and a very good evening to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun. In today's video, I'll be talking about a decision tree model. We will be looking at how to construct a decomposition tree or a decision tree using Power BI. But even before I proceed to go ahead and demonstrate how to construct a decomposition tree using Power BI, may I request you to subscribe to my channel, also like and share my videos. Let me begin by introducing the data set that I will be using for analysis today. You can see here, this data set is called as grocery data set. I repeat, this data set is called as grocery data set. It tells me the amount of money spent by the customers in 1 month. You can see here, there are field names like store ID, healthy food, size, organization type, the customer ID who has visited the store, the gender of the customer, who is he shopping for? Is he shopping for himself or his family members? Is he a vegetarian? Next, you have the shopping style. The last variable is very important because I'm going to use this variable as the dependent variable. The goal here is to understand the customer spend behavior. I want to recognize the profile of big spenders and compare it with those customers who are small spenders. So you have amount of money spent by the customer, which will be used as the dependent variable. The rest of the variables, particularly the demographic details and his shopping style, can be used as the independent variables. What is the sample size in this data set? Let me scroll to the last row. You have approximately 350 records in this data set. With this introduction, let me now proceed to Power BI. This is the interface of Power BI which you are already familiar with. I will be using the report canvas to construct a visual of decomposition tree. To the right-hand side top, what you have is three important panes. The first pane is called as a filters pane. Secondly, you have the visualization pane. And lastly, you have what is called as the fields pane. Let me go ahead and expand the fields section. Under the field section, I've already loaded the data set, as you can see here. Let me see what all variables are there. These are some of the variables: amount of money spent, customer ID, gender. We are already familiar with this particular data set. Now, I'm going to go ahead and expand the visualization pane. You can see here, Power BI offers more than 30 plus graphs in this section. I'm going to choose what is called as the decomposition tree. Let me go ahead and double click on the decomposition tree. You can see here the visual appears in the report canvas to the left hand side. I'm going to resize the visual. Now there are a couple of things that I have to do. The first thing that I need to do is specify the analyze variable. In this section, you can specify the dependent variable whose profile you're interested in studying. The second thing here is explain by field. Here you can specify the set of independent variables based on which the AI model running at the backend will identify the profile of big spenders. As I've already mentioned, amount of money spent will be used as the dependent variable. So I'm going to select this particular variable, drag this and drop it under analyze. Let me do this again. I'm going to select the variable amount of money spent, drag this and drop it under the analyze section. You can see here, this is the bar that corresponds to the total amount of money spent by customers. Just in case I want to change the statistic from sum to average, how do I do this? I can click on the expand button here. You can see here there are different statistics here. You can choose the option average. The moment I choose average, you can see here what is the average amount of money spent by customers. It is 399.74. You can just round it off and say an average customer visiting any store in this particular region spends $400. Now, who is a big spender? Somebody who spends higher than $400. Somebody who spends lesser than $400, we can go ahead and call him as a small spender. The independent variables that I will be using would be gender. I'm going to drag the variable gender, drop this under explain by section. Next, I'll be using the variable shopping for under the explain by section. I also have the variable size, shopping style, usage of coupon, and whether a customer is vegetarian or not. These are some of the variables based on which I can construct an interactive decision tree. Let me now go to the report canvas. You can see here the plus sign. Now, the moment I hover the mouse on this plus sign, Power BI says choose how to split your data. So we can specify the variable. This is the biggest advantage of using a decision tree in Power BI. We have the opportunity to interact with the tool and specify our own customized variables. Let me click on the plus option here. You see different items here. I'm going to choose the variable gender as the first variable. You can see here the variable split. If you're looking at male customers, on an average, they're spending $430. The male customers are spending on an average $430. Female customers, on the other hand, are spending $365. What we need to do is compare the average spend amount of male customers with the baseline amount of $400. So since men are spending $30 in excess of the baseline or a general customer, I can go ahead and say that male customers tend to be more profitable as compared to their female counterparts. You can see here, this is the first important variable that I'm specifying. I can go ahead and expand this. Let me go ahead and choose the option plus here. The next variable that I'd like to specify here is what is called as shopping style. This is the variable that I'm interested in. You can see here, this gives me the distribution of amount of money spent for 3 different categories: weekly customers, bi-weekly customers, and often customers. So you have weekly, bi-weekly, and often customers. As before, I'm going to compare the average spend in each of these categories with the average spend of a normal customer. A normal customer, a random customer would spend $400. But if you look at male weekly customers, they're spending $440. $40 over and above a normal customer. So definitely this is a profile of a big spender. Similarly, if you look at male bi-weekly customers, they're spending $413. Similarly, men who come and buy often spend $407. Let's look at the breakup for the female customers. You can look at female customers who come often and shop what's on sale. They're spending $405. Look at the average spend of female weekly customers is almost $361, which is clearly less than the spend of an average customer of only $400. Next, you have female bi-weekly customers. So $343 is what they are spending. So when you look at the female customers, the category which is most profitable would be females who come and shop often. With this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to male customers and specify the third important variable. The first variable based on which I'm studying the split is gender. Second is style. Now, let me go ahead and choose the third variable, which is shopping for. So I'm going to choose the variable shopping for. Right. Let's trace the path of the decision tree. Here you have male customers, people who shop weekly. If they're shopping for themselves and family, the average spend amount is 565, which is $165 over and above a average customer visiting the shop. So this is definitely the profile of a big spender. Now let me look at the second group, men who shop weekly for themselves and their spouse. Their average spend is $412. Let's look at the third category, men who shop weekly, but for themselves, they are not very profitable because their average spend is $384. So this is how you can look at the visual. This is how you can look at a decision tree. You may be interested in exploring the distribution of bi-weekly customers as well. Let me remove the visualization pane as well as the field pane for better visibility. Now, when you look at male customers who shop bi-weekly, who shop for themselves and family, their average spend is 501. Clearly a profitable group of customers. Men who shop bi-weekly for themselves spend $372, which is less than the average amount. Finally, you have men who shop bi-weekly for themselves and spouse. They spend $363, which is less than the baseline amount. The same way, we can study the distribution of female customers based on different categories, of shopping style and who they are shopping for. The one interesting category here is 444.57, represented by female customers who shop bi-weekly, who shop for themselves and family. So this is definitely a profitable segment. Like this, we can go on adding more and more input or independent variables to identify the profile of big spenders and compare it with small spenders. With this, I have come to the end of today's video. In today's video, we've looked at how we can use a decision tree model in Power BI, and using a decision tree model, we can identify the profile of both big spenders as well as small spenders. I thank you very much for watching this particular video. I request you to subscribe to my channel, also like and share my videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.